What is popping? What is happening in our community? The beautiful things, uh, the very good things, a few things, some of those things that look like it's a little bit negative, but then we pick out the positive or we pick out the pieces and just try to put them together and then move. We're going to be having a really, really good conversation today. Really good conversation because we will get people, some person for here. So many people don't always want to hear him talk. So many people wanted us to bring him to the show, bring him to the platform. So many people wanted to hear his own side of Maputandiwi. So sorry, yeah, his own side of the story. Guys, we have people watching already. Go ahead and share. Go ahead and share. Go ahead and share. Go ahead and share because we want to have as many as possible people reach out to him and ask him questions. Now, this very segment, I'll take plenty questions from audience. And the reason why I go do that now because one thing I want to do today, now say I want to ask questions, want to ask the most difficult questions. When I know say me, I not really be good at that. I not really be good with going really hard. Yeah, I not really be me good with going really hard at people asking maybe those complicated questions or those difficult questions. But now the reason that una go dey here today because now una get for ask my boss that complicated, really difficult questions. Um, thank una very much. Thank una very very much. I'll go ahead. We'll go ahead and share the video. Let us go ahead and share. By the way, I get my sister Rachel Triple, who is watching. For those who didn't know, Rachel Triple, beautiful woman, married woman, business woman, career woman, community builder. That one person we na Toridey crazy supporter. Now you get different level for putting a support. You get put it they give money, you get put it you get put it, you get put it. You know the one they na the most important one them. Now that one the way they feel look at your vision, understand your vision, reach out to you with advice on what you can do to advance your vision. They're the most important persons in that for any visionary in life. And Rachel Triple, now one of that person. Shout out to you, my sister. You know it's love, you know it's family, you know it's us. Yeah, guys, go ahead and let us share the video. Once we share the video, we'll get to a place. Then we'll go invite President. Me he can tell we which we think. We had a segment earlier today when I get time. And for everybody watch the video, please just go ahead and like. Go ahead and like the page. Go ahead and click the notification bell. So that way, if anytime we do any other thing, you feel easily get notification. Very soon, Jala Kwan go join and then we'll start the conversation. When I'm not surprised, say at one point in time, even a Tufis enter inside. Yep. I did try for share. I hope so you to the share. Now, I know so many people know me as that one person we you know really want get into anything political, anything uh controversial, anything. But the one other thing I don't learn about life now see the worst mistake if you make now see some conversation they go on and then you know one be part of the conversation for your own I don't know personal reasons. If you don't decide to put yourself at that place where you want build a community, you want help the community grow, you get for understand say, hey, no matter what they happen, or you get for step in, if you get for mediate, no, if you get for or try for understand what they happen to, if you communicate to your audience, because we are Toridey, we are building an audience. With the build some audience, we constantly we don't put ourselves for that place. We gather information around the community and share with them. So whether I would like them or not, voice, whether I would like them or not, we are a people. Whether I would like them or not, or whether I would like them or not, we get for do it, we will get for do for make sure so we advance uh our community. And one of the things that we get for do now for me for step out of now for me for step out of that my place where I say, oh, I don't want to talk about this, I don't want to talk about that. I instead of find a very, very convenient way, a very, very positive way. I'm going to find the fine line, that sweet place where if you get me to talk about these things, but not in a destructive manner. And that is what we are going to do here today. Very soon, I will bring in President Njalla, and then we'll continue on this conversation. By the way, go ahead and like the page. It's Toridey. Go ahead and like the page. It's Toridey. On YouTube, it's Toridey Media. We are doing a lot. We are doing a lot, and we want you to be part of this community because sometimes it's not just about us who come out here and do it to one do. No, it's about you also supporting. It's about you also. It's about you also telling us, hey, my brother, things you wanna do and so it go waka. Hey, my brother, things you wanna go wanna do and the other way. It go really good. That is how we grew. That is how we get to where we really want to go to. That is how we get to that place where we want to be. Very soon, I will send NJalla Quan link. And hey, una not forget comments, 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 comments. At the CB, CV Mengot, BDD, seriously. No, not fine life. Forget BWE, be very, very supportive. That BWE always deal with you, always stand with you, always walking by you, always there to help you think. Thank you very much, Sylvia. Thank you very much for everything you do. For not just Nasako, but for Toridey. Um, yeah, I'll share one more time and then if you kickstart the conversation, go ahead and share, go ahead and share, go ahead and share. I'd ever like say before the person or guest at one cam, more at least get one or two people them we they feel watch, they feel listen. So that way we'll not just start the conversation. We no day on board. It's going to be a fine one, it's going to be a sweet one. Must send president link. So may you join. While we are sending the link, may you join. For persons the way they feel say they get question for you, I don't know, drop out a comment section or at a particular time. My brother the Baron, welcome, welcome. At a particular time, I will share a link or if you join, you ask your question because sometimes the BWay, I want me ask you a question direct. So may not be say, oh, Sako, ask you the question or that question. No, I want me ask you a question direct. That way, it is see the person in face and it answer you. Now, for those who don't know me, this is a disclaimer though. I have a good relationship with NJalla Quans. I worked for them. During those days, it was not even more like work. It was more like family because Papa be take me in. When I be want to negotiate my contract, it was not even about how much you want to pay you and this and that. No, it was more like my picking. Na money this take and go get am for family. Come back, my pikin na for here you go stay. My pikin na so you go dey do. My pikin na so. That was a relationship I had with Njalla Quan, the legend, the hero, the notable. And during this time, it began to be they involved because now one of that part of it, they don't discover, see, if we get for train the next generation of leaders, if we get for start preparing the next generation of people where they go take our country to the next level or continue to manage the team the way with the accumulator now as world as connection, as building our community and all of that. We'll get for introduce them when they are really, really young. So during those years when I was playing for, guys, go ahead and share, go ahead and share, go ahead and share, please. Go ahead and share. I see my brother Nelson, I see my boss Baron, I see Matembio, my brother. I see Mfume Berenyo. Boy, you go pronounce their name, they begin fine. That is my very, very close person. I see my boss Rachel. Thank you very much. So I'll be talk about my relationship with Mr. Quan, which was more of um it started more as a worker employee worker relationship, but then overnight it moved to more of a family kind of relationship. And it was not just about me, it was almost every other person we be play for the team. We had more of a father-son relationship with him than a president-player relationship. And that was not just about us and the boss himself. It was also the same thing for Junior. When NJalla Quan Junior, when NJalla Quan I see my boss and no Yoke, but at one point in time, I will send you link. So if you ask a question indirectly, this is someone who is doing wonderful also for the community. He manages a sports segment, not really a sports segment, but just some person where he help for educate our community every now and then on this whole sport issue, on this thing where they go on, because that is one challenge we have in our community. Most people don't really get that time for go do their research, for go try for find what they happen for where or how. You understand? Most people they get their way, they do their thing them. But some people like my boss, okay, well, by the way, with the wait me prezi enter, very soon you go enter. Some person like my boss, and no, okay, but now one of that person the way they don't decide, see, they'll go the extra mile. They will invest not only resources from time to money to everything they have to get the right information and share actually with our public. Like I said earlier, the conversation is going to be more of a close, really, really close conversation. It's going to be more of us having like a family meeting. It's going to be more like us just having conversations because we are looking for how we can build our community. We are not a destructive people. We are not a disorganized people. Maybe back in the days we used to maybe back in the days we used to do things differently, but things have changed. The generation now, we do things differently, and it will only get better. It will only get better. Thank God, Prezi there for yeah. We'll add Prezi now, and then we'll kickstart the conversation. Guys, go ahead and please share. Go ahead and please share. Go ahead and please share. We want more people to watch. We want to take comments, especially want take questions. Today I will take more of the comments than for the questions than from comment section. Because that's what I want to do. I don't want, because people they know me, they know the relationship I get our president. And I know one can she don't really ask questions and then they start say, oh, softball questions, oh blah blah blah. That is why I have my sister with me. We just come over do a segment. Um Now some person we need to be very, very passionate. It don't always be like, oh, he want hear with the president go talk. Oh, he want. So I decided, you know what? I will bring in my sister Yan Slim. We did a segment earlier today. If we again we did today. I know I made a question only come from man picking them. I want me woman then too. Because now woman they really know how to ask that strong question. Now I will introduce Prezi. And when I bring it in a back, I want to see when I clap, I want to see when I shout, I want to see when I do it to when I go for do for celebrate some place we don't build our community for so many years. I said, Prezi, do away wounded so now it happen.
No, no, no. I know they wounded. I know they wounded. All is
Man,
well. Thank you very much. It's a pleasure to.
people the clap. I just see it. See always so I say damn. Me say, was you not really ready for talk?
No, it's
By
well.
the way, yeah. By the way, I did here with our sister Yan Slim. I know I may be in a situation when I only man begin to ask you question. I want me woman to ask you question. So if he hold you for some kind of tight corner, maybe not saying a woman hold you, name your own brother hold you. But I know it's going to be a beautiful segment. By the way, how for you?
No, they fight. They fight.
Okay.
They fight. Thank you.
And the next question will probably be thank no no not even a question. Thank you by the way for making our time. Your busy schedule with all the things that go on for Limbe, especially at the moment. Um you see this as you know what Sako I want come for Toridey. I know say most of that major outlets there for Cameroon they'll reach out to you. Oh, come for here, go for there. But like me, everybody talk, you say, hey, I will talk for place where I go for talk. And for you, you look at like, okay, not just a conversation. For me, I only look at like a conversation. I look at it like you telling our community, say, that is our own, when I get for learn for prioritize them. I look at it like you telling our community, this guy is doing something great. Go ahead and push him to where he's supposed to be. So on that, I will say thank you again and thank you. Now, presume we'll start for beginning. Float for Limbe. What did actually happen?
Yeah, the flood for Limbe, Onano say they affect me particularly
Wow.
because family house, place where family house day,
Yeah.
and I dey still spend a good portion of my time. I dey still spend a good portion of my time for a day in and out, but
Yes.
at least I did there almost every day, at
Mm-hmm.
least for see how it they go. So it really be bad this year. It really be bad this year, and it affect me particularly. I might take this opportunity first for extend my condolences and for the family the way they don't lose people them for this flood and
Mm-hmm.
landslide them over the past weeks and for
Wow.
Limbe. The one for
Mm-hmm.
this week, so I never ever see them before. For
Mm-hmm.
I never ever see them before. For about 5 straight days, people they move water for house. Rain cut, you say make clean house more. You say you uncover eye against more. Now water again, they will call you for bed.
Wow.
So the one for this week. But I think say as much as most of these events they be natural,
Mm-hmm.
man-made factors into they contribute for the gravity
Okay.
or our attitudes and also uh, those the way at least they get small power way they make things better. I think
Mm-hmm.
all we will get role for play. We no must always wait. Now for
Yeah.
say make people they die or say make incident they be before we
Mm-hmm.
take action. We still get bad fashion for say you chop granite, you tray you drink water, you tray bottle, you suck
Wow.
small yaourt, you tray
Mm-hmm.
plastic. We still
Wow.
get that bad fashion there. And all that thing then they cause blockage and they cause accident.
Okay. I don't know which it happen.
Network.
Oh Lord. I think say network was that people that they used to report people that are thing they never report it. I know some people there for
And then
community.
also over the years,
Okay.
make the damages be limited, even if flood one come again, because na a natural occurrence. There's so many human
Okay.
factors really cause them.
Mm-hmm. Some people don't fear say maybe that people the way they say they'll go shake small thing, so many small thing happen for you now. They don't go shake na water. Me water can me tell you now.
I'll be I'll be picking for water. I need to fear water. If
My
not only
elder,
water way, if not only water way they go send them, they will go only swim inside.
So they'll actually do you a favor.
Like,
Slimix, I don't know why you're on your phone. I don't know. Maybe your first question will come now from Slim. Which question you get now for ask Prezi?
Okay, I want to ask Prezi, what are the difficulties he faces with the team and pushing them out there, especially selling the players internationally?
Okay.
I really want to know how he goes about it, being that Cameroon is very slow and how people consider that nothing happens in Cameroon, but he keeps making things work. So for the past years, he has been there showing and proving to us that I can do this and we have been doing this. So how does he go about it? How does he sell these players out there? How does he connect like grand players? I would really appreciate if you can expatiate on that. Thank you.
Okay, Prezi, tell me how you don't do that palava. Sell player them and manage players them and all of that. Oh God, I hope see the network no go disturb with it today. This is so important, the segment.
Yeah.
You don't even gonna go. Guys, I don't know what is happening. This whole network issue. Um Man, this is crazy. How will I go come back? Like I said, I no one ask you question than me one, and I no one ask you question from just one corner. That's the reason why I have my sister in. We'll take more of the questions from uh uh the audience. Yeah, Prezi, you will follow the question with Slim your sister ask him.
yes, yes. Just for before network be worry.
Mm-hmm.
I think he be asked me say how would you manage for keep things going, which be the difficulties or the face am, and
Yeah.
how would they do for say make we're picking them, they
Mm-hmm.
graduate onto the next level. I think so other part be there.
No, that I think that too for now be important.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's it.
Okay, no, wait they
Oh God.
Dang.
He's gonna come back, guys. Let's keep pushing. The network is really bad,
It's
but
it's it's just crazy. Cam- Cameroon and some of the thing in the US when some people want to say Cameroon or say this is not even funny, man. Man go wait all the time so forget the kind of yeah, Prezi.
yeah, I don't know if na my connection or if I know so na go and blame na our own connection for Africa. But I don't know I don't know whether uh for myself I said. I don't know when are they on when they get me?
Yeah, they get you now 100%.
Okay. So wait till while the try for talk now say, the difficulties we normally face now
Mm-hmm.
that of rallying resources together
Mm-hmm.
for pool our operations. Particularly with football,
Yeah.
how would you operate now? Say since our founder
Mm-hmm.
uh, be move on to the other side of life.
Yeah.
That's more than 10 years ago. Um, as things they be happen naturally, we be get somehow the obligation for reorientate our strategy,
Mm-hmm.
and naturally with the infrastructure we get them in place, we be
Yeah.
say okay, naturally we fit do function better, like school. Take small picking them, keep them, train
Mm-hmm.
them, educate them, take care of them, and then
Mm-hmm.
when they big, we try to see how we fit give them future. We see that one they give we less headache, but it give you less headache in terms of finance and operations in the long run. But you also make sure so you get for be efficient, because when you dey take person in picking 12 years, 13 years, 14 years, You must be very careful. The
Yeah.
future, the future for the pikin virtually there for your hand. So
Mm-hmm.
while it may cost a bit lesser to operate a football institution, more of a school than a competitive, a purely competitive outfit. There are so
Mm-hmm.
many technicalities that come. There are so many technicalities that come into place, and still the issue of finance, because most picking the way they sabi play ball, they no come now from rich homes.
Mm-hmm.
Go take picking for Ekiliwindi, or go
Yeah.
take picking for Garwabulai. We sabi
Mm-hmm.
play football. Then you ask if Papa say make he pay 1.5 million, because now approximately the amount of money that we would spend for one picking, for train one picking for 1 year.
Wow.
So when you get that kind situation, so you must cover eye, because now the picking the welfare first. And as
Mm-hmm.
you know, football school dey like farm. You dey plant today, you need to expect say you dey harvest today. E dey like
Mm-hmm.
farm. One side 2 days, if it's so be say plenty suckers, put them for ground today. Time for
Mm-hmm.
harvest one reach, breeze pass, e cut am.
Wow.
Breeze pass, e cut am. So no guarantee no dey. No guarantee no dey. For me, e be more of the passion, than
Mm-hmm.
any economic benefits. Yes, we don't try for put in place a business model, but the reality na say for the Cameroon setting now, if
Mm-hmm.
you dey come with a purely business model, say you dey come a football and can make money or so on and so forth, you will be disappointed, because unlike other ventures, the way you spend a limited number of time for the putting capital, for
Yeah.
football you fit spend 10 years or more. Only
Mm-hmm.
you dey only put in capital before you reap anything.
Wow.
So that aspect of financial difficulty still dey, but we don't be forced, or at least for we the members for the institution, at
Mm-hmm.
least we dey struggle for try for join the different ends, and for try for see how we will fit continue to keep things going. And also along the years, truth be told, we don't get a good number of sponsors for the purpose of not giving any publicity now. I will
Yeah.
not call names. I will not call names, but individuals and
Mm-hmm.
companies, they don't be where they don't assist me financially, and it will be unfair if I only complain and I don't appreciate them once more for
Yeah.
the support they don't give me over the years. Then, as my sister we talk, one of the difficulties, also it feels like the challenge for placing the players. That's one of the biggest challenges actually. Like
Mm-hmm.
when you don't get the key way, don't right, you don't mature. 18
Mm-hmm.
years, 18 years, 19 years. You want move the picking for your hand. What you do, because the step where you take, it matters a lot. The
Mm-hmm.
football, as you know, you yourself, you be former footballer.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, you know how the football market is so wide, it's so vast, and the target, like for every young player, is Europe. But then
Wow.
how many people, then you look around the whole world, how many picking them around the whole world, for Africa, for Asia, for South America, for North America, for Europe itself, for Oceania. How many
Mm-hmm.
picking where they get license for football, where they struggle to forget that very position. So it's always
Very true.
difficult, no matter at times, no matter how many talented players you have, or how
Yeah.
talented a particular player be.
Mm-hmm.
No guarantee, no they say you fit provide an instant bright future. There's no instant guarantee.
Wow.
So would you still struggle? Would you continue? They now they go take over play. It not be easy. I want to appreciate the clause in the institution. Our own is a permanent partners that we can bring together at the most when uh, creativity
Damn,
and
it's messing this whole.
but this things we don't put don't
Damn, this is just crazy, man. I don't know why the
Network will keep person today.
network designer today say it go mess up with this show.
When we have a very important guest in the
Yeah,
house.
one person you want really shit. And I get question. They will not so we see them now for warm up.
We still didn't have a warm up, guys.
By the way, Slim,
Yes.
what would with me? Please join back. If you ask me question about football for Cameroon, at least I guess more experience. If we
First
do.
of all, I want to really appreciate and Percy. He's very selfless. He's a selfless person.
Mm-hmm.
I can feel his spirit just from afar, just from talking to
Mm-hmm.
him. And the fact that he could accept to do this interview,
Mm-hmm.
it means it's somebody that he wants a lot of changes.
Mm-hmm.
It's somebody that is hoping and believing that someday this thing that they have been suffering and working hard and trying to bring up this kid.
Mm-hmm.
Because guess what? I went onto his Facebook page. Honestly, I'm gonna be very honest. I was not really too concerned about football and whatever they are doing because
Mm-hmm.
I believe there's a lot of politics going on down there. But then when I saw the post about him going viral, all of that, first of all, do you know what it takes to put out that shit out there? You know what I mean?
Slim,
With
no curse with the life. The
um
life will be the case don't pass.
okay, I'm not cursing, guys. I'm so sorry.
Go ahead. I
Maybe
did your mock you. Go ahead.
yeah, I'm not cursing.
Go
It's
ahead,
just okay.
my dear.
You know wait till it take because some people in there way they don't already declare say be that a man already. I'll be sorry, but I'm
Mm-hmm.
just gonna say it how I can
Mm-hmm.
my way because I'm very straightforward. It takes a very courageous person. It takes somebody that is very fearless.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what it means to contradict Samuel Eto'o per se on the social media?
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what it means to stand out and be very bold? It means a lot. It means there's so much at stake. There's so much you are willing to lose.
Mm-hmm.
But then you're standing for what you think is right.
Yeah.
So I was applaud him. I don't know too much and I
Mm-hmm.
don't know what the rift might be. That's why we have him here today
Mm-hmm.
to give us an insight. But from the past history, and I know about the NJalla Quan
Sport school.
school and all while I was growing up.
Mm-hmm.
They have been there. They don't make they don't give picking them dreams.
Mm-hmm.
They not only sell them na fake dreams, na reality.
Mm-hmm.
Where they see and so they don't say in international players and
Mm-hmm.
some of you will tell them.
Mm-hmm.
So now I will tell you, say these people they don't master the game. They have it to take you and put you out there and sell you.
Mm-hmm.
You know? So I feel like they've been doing very good and they've been doing great. All I want is togetherness. Whatever be the case with the football team, I think Grand Jalano, he know what to really do.
Yeah, and that is the same thing we all they say. We just want some good environment. We just want a place where we can come together and have conversations. We just want a community where person want talk, go against, not even go against or anything. Person if he actually put out the opinion, and we're not go only listen because we want argue or criticize them, but then we go listen because we want understand them, and then see what we do for make change and make things better. Personally, I know this guy, I know his family, and know how passionate they are about soccer. I just hope see people will get to understand them again very well. Prezi, welcome back.
thank you.
You don't change corner. What if you change corner for household? The other day that play be there, they let the network be really different. Or now because that call that they be there na late night.
I don't think I don't
Oh God. Yeah, another network. I just feel like we'll probably end this and then just reschedule. I don't know which conversation we'll get out here. We know the.
The network is so terrible. I swear. I wish it was better than this.
And the kind of thing,
It's
me,
so
my brother, they be like, on a can't join do this and that and that. So,
it's we have 33 million people watching. You know,
and just,
yeah, you
oh,
understand.
God.
People are so eager. People want to
If people
listen.
know
Like,
the question, now I get that under my belt for asking today. They do. Oh my God.
and Percy be so selfless, and I think he's really willing to talk and connect with people. And the network is really bad, really, really bad, guys. And shout out to you, Toridey. Shout out to you, my brother.
Okay, I think we can do something different. We want get people. Maybe we'll just make this session, a session where people will just come in and share their opinion.
Opinion.
Yeah. So wait to do. If we go on for the next, we're already like 30 minutes into the show. If we go on for the next 30 minutes, maybe with a call, just tell we wait till they think about the whole NJalla Quan.
Do you
Uh,
think we can, let me suggest something? Do you think we can call him on the phone? Can he? No.
nah, it will still be in a network because it's still be now
Yeah.
on WhatsApp, so it will still be a network problem. I just feel like oh god. Yeah, so any person will get any contribution you want to make, we'll send you a link. We'll give you 2 3 minutes. You go ahead and just tell us what you think about the whole situation. You know, think say you manage and fine or you not manage and fine. Because up to now, some people still feel like, oh, you know, manage and fine, blah 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 blah. I just tell them I say, I don't know. The side we come out with the pain and with the frustration when you put in your money, especially some people like you, where their papa don't put in money. And now that thing that way people never understand. My tell you now, if papa be get money, we be get them. Um, we know he be get a position, we know, and I feel like the way papa they make him money, name that the way he they make him money. So now two different money the way they put on now. I feel toxic in my own money way they put on now. It's something else. So not expecting for react the same way like papa way maybe papa be no side take your own money they will put them. You understand? So when some people they come me tell me or they text me, they call me, oh Sako is overreact. Yeah. Even me at some point in time, I feel like he's overreacting, but then more consider it pain also. More consider the things they will go through, like for you for invest all this and then you just feel like it go down the drain because it's a one person. I don't know if that claim it be verified. I don't know. And I say the talk. I need to really insist, say be sure about what the talk. It just go down the drain like that. I don't think it's a fair thing to him. Not even only him, but even our community. Prezi.
I don't have a change corner small. Hopefully, go work at
Okay.
the time.
We'll pray so. Now, the next question I want to ask you is man, I get so many questions. I don't even know if I will start. Okay, my next question I'll ask you now. This whole saga between you and I don't know if I should say fake food or a two feast. Now more than a week now. What is your opinion on the way you handle the whole thing, especially that first 3 days after your second leg for mini interpol tournament? You think say you handle on the best, or you don't really shouldn't look at me again? You feel like I don't know. Like, what is your opinion on that?
I'm very proud of myself. You know, you must be your first fan. You
Mm-hmm.
must be the first person to criticize yourself, and
Yes.
you must be the first person to appreciate yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, we are all different. Our character traits are different. The way
Mm-hmm.
that Nasako will react to a certain situation is not
Mm-hmm.
the same way that Henry will react to that same situation. The way
Mm-hmm.
that my sister seated there will react to a certain situation is not the way
Mm-hmm.
that I will react to it as well.
Mm-hmm.
So we should stop thinking that, or we should stop expecting people to behave the way we want them to behave, or to behave the way we think they should behave.
Mm-hmm.
That's the first thing. Now I've grown beyond the point in life where I I focus on giving people satisfaction
Mm-hmm.
at the expense of my own satisfaction.
Okay.
There are things that I went through in Fekafoot, which
Mm-hmm.
I have not said, and which I'm never going to say, which I'm going to take
Wow.
to which I'm going to take to my grave. But
Mm-hmm.
if you see somebody reacting in this manner, I think you can send psychiatrists to me or whatsoever. You can send them
Mm-hmm.
to evaluate me. I don't think they will tell you that I'm mad. But if you see
Mm-hmm.
me reacting in this manner, it means I'm wounded. It means I've been touched. Football to me is a passion.
Yeah.
It's something that's supposed to bring joy, not only to me,
Mm-hmm.
but to many others. When I think of what my family goes through just because of football, and we were treated in the way which we were, then it gives me every reason to have done what I did. And I want to assure you that it may not even have started, because I, in my nature, like I said, I'm not a perfect human being. I'm not a
Yeah.
perfect Cameroonian, but I hate
Mm-hmm.
injustice.
Wow.
I hate injustice. I hate lies, and I hate discrimination.
Mm-hmm.
There are so many things which have been going on over the past. You said 1 week. It's not 1 week. I think we are about 3 weeks into this crisis,
Mm-hmm.
and I can tell you personally, I will not be relenting.
Wow.
I will not be relenting until justice is served. I think you saw on the social media last week that on Friday I was even announced. There were rumors saying that I was on my way to New Bell prison. Yesterday, a popular blogger based in France even announced that gendarmes are on alert. They have a warrant of arrest for me. Gendarmes are looking for me everywhere, but they know my residence or my residences. They know where to get me. They don't
Mm-hmm.
need to make announcements on social media. And then I'm being asked the question, being arrested for what exactly? Being arrested for what? And the most sickening thing in all these things is how my so-called brothers are being used and manipulated and instrumented to go against me. And
Mm-hmm.
the more they do that, the more it gives me the energy, the more it fuels me. And I can
Yeah.
guarantee you, nobody will stop me until justice is served. I have not even revealed up to 80% of the rubbish going on at Feka Food, or what I went through personally. Like I said, for the sake of honor, for the sake of dignity, there are certain things I will not say. But let me just say
Mm-hmm.
something, that if you worship everybody, we are in a world whereby there are so many religions, there are so many beliefs. There are people who worship Satan, there are people who worship God. But in
Mm-hmm.
the end, if all of us meet on a particular table for a particular purpose, that purpose should be respected.
Mm-hmm.
That purpose should
Mm-hmm.
be respected. I'm not there to see whether you are serving Lucifer, or whether you are serving God, or whether you are worshiping animals. No. Now,
Wow.
if we have convergent point, divergent point of views concerning certain aspects, it
Yeah.
must not it must not affect the common goals which we supposedly stand for.
Mm-hmm.
On that particular issue, I will not say anything. I will not say anything further.
Mm-hmm.
But then I would say, I would say clearly, I would say clearly that my rights as a human being were trampled on,
Mm-hmm.
and the values I represent were severely trampled on. And I will not give up. Even right up to yesterday, I will tell you categorically, I'll tell the whole world that unidentified young men came to harass me.
Wow.
That's the level it's gotten into. But, but, but without accusing anyone or pointing any fingers, I will not relent.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, Others are relying on lies, blasphemy, spreading false information. The strength which I have is the truth, and I will not
Pres-
deviate. I will not deviate
Prezi,
from that truth.
Prezi, I want to ask you some question because sometimes we the confused. We don't know who you're up against. Is it? I want more clearly. Is it a Tofis? Is it Feka Food? Is it Feka Food national level? Is it Feka Food Southwest? Is it NJalla Quan? Because I see people they speculate say na an Opopo thing and versus Opopo thing. So people they say maybe even Opopo, not just some specific person with Opopo. So for you, who are you up against? Like now, like I don't know.
Yeah,
Paint a
I
picture more,
sent
more
you.
really understand what
I
did
sent
happen.
you. The thing is, you people are there. There are so many facts out there, but you people are hiding these facts from the public. You're trying
No,
to make it seem as if it's a NJalla Quan thing, it's an Eto thing. You have the facts.
no, we'll get
After
there.
the excuse
Yeah.
me, the
Mm-hmm.
last time I intervened in your
Yeah.
program, I sent you
Yeah.
some documents.
Yep.
I sent you some messages.
Yeah.
But you saw people attesting to the fact that they are mafia kings, they are mafia lords. Football is
Yeah.
mafia, it's a circle of mafia people. There's nothing I will
Mm-hmm.
do. Go here, blah, blah, blah. But you speak those facts.
Yeah.
Speak those facts. So I'm not up against A or B. I'm up against the self-declared mafia cabal
Mm-hmm.
that are holding Cameroon football hostage.
Yeah.
And it's not just one person. They
Yeah.
declared it themselves. They declared it themselves. And in their in 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 their actions which they've taken, in which they are holding our football hostage, I happen to be one
Mm-hmm.
of the victims. They may have done this or worse to other people, and they sat down quiet for reasons best known
Mm-hmm.
to them.
Mm-hmm.
But I am different, which is why I said I don't expect, I'm not doing this to please anybody. I'm doing it to please myself and the institution which I represent and the values which I represent.
Prezi, you just talked about they might have done this to another person's, and maybe the people they believe is light. And for some time now, for more than a year, you don't work with Fika Food, which means you were part of the system that was probably doing that same thing to other people. Now, one of the questions that will most people be concerned about, like they feel like you actually tolerate these things that they happen because even before you became food president of Fika Food, I think you were part of the bureau of Fika Food Southwest. Am I correct?
For 1 month during an off season where I did nothing and where I signed no act. I
Okay.
was elected. I was elected on the 1st of November.
Mm-hmm.
The season was over.
Mm-hmm.
I was elected on the 1st of November as regional president. The season was over.
Mm-hmm.
On the 11th of November, I was elected national vice president. The
Mm-hmm.
season was still over,
Mm-hmm.
and then I was forced after that. I was forced to resign exactly 1 month or less than 1 month even after being elected as fourth vice president. So
Mm-hmm.
between November, where I was elected as regional president, and
Mm-hmm.
January, where I resigned, November
Mm-hmm.
2021, January 2022, where I
Yeah.
resigned, and the season was over and inactive. What acts did I possibly pose? What did I possibly do? Absolutely nothing.
Okay, so that was
Absolutely nothing.
actually at the level of the regions. But then as
Exactly.
food vice president, you've been there, you were there for at least a year, if I'm not
Good.
mistaken.
As fourth vice president, ask yourself
Yeah.
what was my portfolio?
Mm-hmm.
Which tasks were given to me? I had an
Okay.
empty title of fourth vice president. Let me tell you categorically,
Yeah.
as fourth vice president, I had two major tasks.
Mm-hmm.
One, national in coordinating the national Interpols 2022, and two, I was head of delegation with the Indomitable Lions during our trip to South Korea.
Mm-hmm.
I mentioned this in the last outing, which I
Yeah.
had on you. Exactly. Go
Mm-hmm.
and see what I did. The national Interpols, for example, I have my financial records with me till date. Tickets for 10 million francs were sold.
Mm-hmm.
I have the records of how they were shared. what the clubs took, what the
Mhm.
government took, what went for infrastructure maintenance, everything. But the same people at Africa Foot,
Mhm.
at the playoffs in Douala that just ended,
Yeah.
during 3 playing days, we had an average of 30,000 fans showing up on
Yeah.
3 separate playing days. If
Wow.
you go on the average of just 1,000 francs per ticket,
Mhm.
whereas you had tickets being sold for 5,000, ten
Mhm.
thousand, 25,000, 15,000.
Yeah.
How much will it give you? But then, where is the balance sheet? Clubs are still complaining till today. They've not received the dime.
Mhm.
They've not received the dime.
Mhm.
When I handled the Interpols, it was different. I did what the text told me to do.
Mhm.
I was vice president until August 2022. I had no portfolio. I was simply vice president. Whereas I was simply counting on the president of the federation or the executive committee to assign specific tasks to me. So if anybody is
Mhm.
accusing me of belonging to the same system or to the same mafia which I am fighting against today, go back and ask
Mhm.
yourselves the tasks which were assigned to me. How well
Mhm.
did I perform these tasks? And how corrupt was I? How did I show that I'm part of the mafia system when I was executing these particular tasks? Those are the questions that we should ask ourselves. And right up to then, I was given the position of I was confirmed in the position of head of marketing and communications in September.
Mhm.
And
Mhm.
as you know, that was in September. In November again, I had to travel for the World Cup. After I got back from the World Cup and I started putting my marketing and communications team in place, that's when I started having problems officially at Veka Foot.
Mhm.
We need to be categoric. We need to be categoric from from December 2021, when I was
Mhm.
elected vice president, till September 2022. I was not in charge of anything at Africa Food. I was simply vice president, meaning when we have an executive committee meeting, I attend, I put my ideas, I give my ideas, I share my opinions. When we have any other thing, I share my opinions. But between December 2021 and September 2022, when I was appointed head of marketing and finance, we had just 2 executive committee sittings and 1 general assembly.
Wow. Prezi,
Just two, just two
yeah.
meetings, just 2 meetings and 1 general assembly. In
Wow.
between, in between, what was I supposed to be doing? I don't work for Feka Food. I don't have an office at Feka Food, be it in Boya or in Yaoundé. I don't have an office there. I live in
Wow.
Limbe. I live in Limbe. My professional career is in Limbe. I work in Limbe. I report for work every single day in Limbe.
Mhm.
Feka Food matters don't occupy me on a daily basis. Only when specific tasks are assigned to me. And I mentioned the 2 tasks which are assigned to me. Now, when I was given the marketing responsibilities, when I tried to put my team in place to start working, when I asked for contracts to be given to
Mhm.
me for me to study and set a roadmap for the future,
Mhm.
what happened? Those contracts were refused. I don't know if I shared the email to you, but I've made it public.
Wow. Mhm.
If you go on my Facebook page, you'll see it. I made it
Wow.
public. That's when it started. January 2023. That's when it started. And with my culture, with my education, I decided to be patient, thinking that, okay, fine, maybe it's a misunderstanding. Maybe along the line, things will get better. But every step I was making, every progress I was taking, I
Mhm.
realized increasingly that with these people, we don't share the same vision.
Yep.
Wow.
We don't have the
Prezi,
same objectives.
Prezi, the next question I want to ask you, you know, so I not get me sense like you. So I go for make sure see with the question there for my head, I hear you ask him. The next question I want to ask you is so many people feel like you were not the best for the position, the fourth president position, though. So many people feel
So many
like your relationship will repay. That was what pushed Etofis to feel like, you know what, we need to, because at the end of the day, I'm not sure you were elected. You were probably appointed or nominated. So many people feel like you not even deserve the position. So now probably the reason that they not give you full flesh power for go ahead and execute your office the way you think you begin for run them. What do you have to say to this group of people who feel like you were actually not there because you deserve it? You were there because they just decided, hey, the one favor the man, probably because of the work the way it probably don't put her in.
now so na Kongosa the Kongosa, and I don't like for answer Kongosa.
Thank you.
No, no,
Na
no.
no. Na Kongosa the
Yeah.
Kongosa. So if you tell me say this man talks say, or you tell me directly say me na Sako I feel say no be na you get that position. You get that position because of your papa. Okay, I
Okay.
go answer you, and I go start ask you now. So okay, now you feel say who be get the position alone? How that position come? One vice president position is reserved for Southwest and Northwest. One.
Okay.
Now,
Okay.
when you look the way campaign be go,
Yes.
it can be me rivalry, but the first time I see it in my life, first time I see and first time I talk with you. Now, after I don't win elections on the 1st of November with Southwest,
Okay.
I should off from my office quite early. These people they come meet up me, say president elections they come, blah blah blah. I told them clear, I was not interested. I told them clearly that I'm not interested. There are two candidates who have declared. Let us see which camp will join to push our own interest for the betterment of football in the region. They go turn, come back. They still come meet up me saying, "I mean, they don't see them." I laugh. I look left, I look right. At that same time, so my friend, I know I'm calling him now, when they overseas, he present me a Tofisi project. And now from the Tofisi project, what decide to enter inside. Now I will tell you clearly why they come for me. They come for me because they know my potential.
Very true.
They come for me because they know my potential. They know the institution where I represent. And truth be told, they know the name where I carry them. I will tell you and I will tell you clearly. That way these people, they can't meet up me. And when you see which way don't happen recently, their main aim be being for kill the NJalla Quan name. I'll tell you clearly.
Wow.
Their main aim be being for kill the NJalla Quan name through this fake footing. They knew that I was the only person that could lead them, which I led them. Go for Facebook. The actions they want to take out of my campaign still they were there. I never move on. I took up a fight which I regret today because I fought people who were in office who to me would have been way better than the crooks which I fought for and I've left behind. I have publicly apologized for fighting for fighting a senior brother like Mr. Njive or Dr. Njive. Because at that particular moment, I was fighting for a project.
Yeah.
I did not know the selfish intentions of the people who were behind me. And when I tell you that these people, their aim, because even in death, excuse me, the name NJalla Quan still disturbs many people. Otherwise, tell me how somebody, my father who has been resting in perfect peace, I know he's resting in peace.
Definitely.
For the past 10 years, tell me how somebody will justify how somebody will tell me who can exhume my father's corpse because of football.
Some
If
person
NJalla Quan were alive, would that same individual even be able to stand 10 meters close to him?
It's even if you know they're alive. For me personally, I'll be honest. Man, put myself in the video before they talk to one. Me not be like say they talk to one because say I know they for video. Personally, me I feel like we have a right to argue. We have a right to disagree with one another. But some lines in the way some persons and if you cross some, And I don't know what the people of Southwest, especially FACO, are doing about that. For the person will come for social media, make a statement about I'll go exhume NJalla Quan, blah 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 blah. Go put on. I don't know. I don't know what people they do about them, but they really get to go back, go review that and do something about them.
When
Now, if you have
another man will come to come tell you, say, your papa be been a thief man, na embezzler, na small, that because they be the investigating, na anyway he gets stroke, he die, they raise you now with stolen money. It tells you that the problem is NJalla Quan problem. The problem is the name. We are no longer talking about football. And like I told you clearly, these people, their intentions from day one was to kill them, because even in death, that name is still powerful. Their intention was to kill. Their intention was to kill the name and kill the institution, which in their wildest dreams they think they have done by suspending me for 10 years and relegating the team. A scandalous decision, which I'm not worried about. I'm stating it clearly, it's going to be reversed. I'm not appealing it. I'm not appealing it, but it's going to be reversed by higher authority.
No, I like that. I like that part. Yeah.
Because it is illegal. These people are criminals. And they think that we're in a lawless country. They think we're in a lawless country. It's so sickening to see people who don't have the smallest iota of dignity or the smallest respect for ethics. This Egypt, I will not call their names. Go and Google their names. Do research on them. Those are the people leading football in the Southwest region today.
Prezi Abek, ma add the person for the live. My brother Eno True Lion, welcome to the segment. Ego get boss, you get two questions for ask Prezi. I bet keep it really, really short. I think so if you go ahead with your first question.
Yeah, thank you guys. I salute you, Prezi, and for what you're doing for football. I think you get experience. May I ask you this question? How long you don't be run football, your football things with NJalla Quan?
Directly NJalla Quan Sports Academy, 10 years.
Okay.
In a direct,
the reason I asked you the question because you be involved in a very what I call grassroots football, right? You be involved in a very one of the foundations where if one make football progress for Cameroon, right? That's what we need to take care of, right? So it means a person like Samuel Eto'o as president of Pekafoot need people like you, need your experience, because if you look critically, right, you get more experience in managing football at that level than Samuel Eto'o. Okay? So what interests me if you do a press conference, although there are certain things where you that you said that I was not for, but the most important part for me is someone able to stand up for what he feels is correct, and although he's standing up against a legend like Samuel Eto'o. So tell me how you will manage to put everything together where he get international exposure the way he do, because I've never seen this before. Someone stand against Samuel Eto'o and he gets quick international exposure the way you do it. So I want to recommend you for that. I want to tell you how you do it.
Listen, it's the power of the truth. It's the power of the truth.
It is.
I have said, and I'm continuing to say it. I'm not scared of anyone. Without any fear of contradiction, I'm not scared of anyone.
Mm-hmm.
In this issue, the biggest weapon I have is the truth. You need to read my submission to FIFA to understand this. You'll understand everything. Okay. It's not a matter about. It's not a matter about legends or whatsoever. I remember I had a meeting with someone in April in Douala after our first major fallout, where I asked for the contracts, then he ignored me, and then he came to Limbe for the launching of the regional league. He did not tell me. He told his friend, the president of Victoria United, who then tried to call me to tell me to come to the field. And I sent a message back to them. I said, I don't take orders from anyone. I was not appointed in Foot. I was elected. The same electoral process that saw him being president is the same electoral process that saw me ending up as vice president. He did not appoint me vice president. So I sat down and I said, I'm going to stay home. I'm not going to the stadium. I don't worship people. I don't worship personalities. I'm serving an institution. If the president of that institution comes to my town, where I am the highest football authority in the entire region, and doesn't deem it necessary to call me and seek my presence during an official football ceremony, then what am I doing there? So after that incident where I didn't go to the field, Eto knew that I'm somebody whom he should take more seriously. We met in NJalla, and I told him that was the first time I openly exposed all the corruption issues in Cameroon football. I told him, I said, listen, this one is your friend, this one is your friend, this one is your person, this one is your person. This is what they are doing. I want to tell the Eto fans something. For those who are still sensible, for those who are still
you talking about winner, so
yeah. Okay. Okay.
Yes,
President.
all we now find them. Let's not make a mistake. Me say Nasako, you will play ball for NJSA during camping. All will be there for camping. With the Shinobu Binga, with the Shinobu Bay Hotel, with the look Barcelona to play. At the Wema half show, Eto the score at the glad goal pass all man. I was a fan.
Yeah.
As a player, he is irreproachable.
Mm-hmm.
It is a crime for me. It's a crime for me to sit down here and insult him as a player. But we are not talking about him here as a player.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, President, that's why. President, that's why at the beginning. That's why at the beginning, I asked you that question about your leadership, right? And I said you have more experience, right? I mean, I understand that many of his fans are making a contradiction between Eto the player and Eto as an administration and as an administrator. But I know I have given you that respect as someone who has been in football for 10 years and who knows how to grow grassroots football. But tell me this a little bit, right? What would you say to those that say that Eto is now bringing like more fans to the stadium and things like that? They are actually acknowledging the little that he has done, although they fail to also acknowledge that there are certain things that a guy like you, who has been in football for 10 years as an administrator and who is very important for the foundation of Cameroon football. How will you explain that to them? I mean, what are you going to tell them? Like, how can they differentiate things like that? Because now you just said you had two projects, right, as a full vice president. But when they're talking about corruption, they're generalizing everybody. But they are forgetting that there are little people like you, or although a few, that really have football to heart. So, how will you explain that to us?
Yes. Everybody seems to be hanging on the aspect of people coming back to the stadium as a sign of them loving, of things going well and all that. That's been one of the highlights of this administration, which I'm no longer part of. Truth be told. And I think people coming back, yes, he's a star. There is that element of him being a star. There is that natural element with him in front. There is that enthusiasm. You can't take it away. You can't take it away. Truth be told. But then, most importantly, like I said, I'm a marketing and communication expert. I have to applaud the federation to a certain extent for the job which has been done as far as marketing and communication is concerned. For the first time in a very long time, the calendar of our different championships are known. You know that the championship starts on this particular day and it ends on this particular day. You know that on the 6th of December, Canon is going to play against Tonnerre, which is a local derby in Yaoundé. You know, on this day, Cotton is going to play Union. The games are communicated. Even at the regional level, there's better coordination. That has been for me. People have gone on TV talking about giving elite teams money, blah blah blah. No. Why do we always want to center everything about money? Why do we always want to center everything around money?
I mean, Toridey.
Yes.
Toridey, if you don't mind, if you ask one last question.
That's okay, boss. Go ahead.
Okay. Thank you for talking about that money, FIFA money to Fecafoot. I mean, Fecafoot money to the clubs, because the way I understand it, that's the club's money, right? Because I've been following Fecafoot for over 3 decades and I know how this works. But do you have an idea about that? What's the project? The 3.0, the 3.0 project, the forward 3.1. It started forward 3.1, forward 2.0, and forward 3.0. Do you know how when this project actually started? Because I think this project actually started with Toby Aroko, then it went to NJalla, and now Eto'o. But why is it that Eto'o is using this project as if the money was granted to Cameroon for what he's been doing in Cameroon for Cameroon football for 1.5 years?
No. Thank you for bringing that up. You see, the press conference he called was a pure distraction to take because I, in particular, raised so many issues which have remained unanswered. So that press conference to tell us about 3.0 funds, it was just a distraction. We've been in office for 1.5 years, or we're in office 1.5 years, and we've never ever seen the Fecafoot president come and talk about money which he received. When we took a loan from the government to go for the World Cup, he didn't tell us.
Wow.
When MTN gave money for the sponsorship of the championship, he didn't tell us. When the One All Sports contract was signed, the communique which came out was that it is the biggest sponsorship contract in the history of Fecafoot, without figures being raised. But last week we saw communiques accusing distributors of not paying in money. Why would he come and announce something which is standard? If you want to know how much FIFA gives Cameroon, or FIFA gives us, simply go to their website. You don't need the president of Fecafoot to come and tell you.
Yeah, and that's why I've talked a lot about
this 3.0 project. If you don't validate 1.0, 2.0, you don't move on to the next level. And it is not only Cameroon that are beneficiaries. There are other federations that are beneficiaries for this same goal project. There are others that are already on number 4. We are on 3.0. You understand? So it is not an issue of Cameroon. One thing I want to make clear is it is a continuation from the previous. Like you see, the technical center at Oja, we took over office when it was being rehabilitated. When it was being rehabilitated, it was under the Forward 2.0 program. And then it got completed under our era. And we made publicity about it as if we're the ones who started it, or as if it was our funds. No. It's a continuation. Administration is continuous. Administration is continuous. What has been done now, we must applaud the previous administration, because if they didn't start, if they didn't follow up, we wouldn't have been eligible for the next phase.
Prezi, I want to ask you some questions. I beg really fast before I forget. You talked about the MTN deal. It seems like you had an idea of what was happening with the MTN thing. You talked about the Fecafoot going to borrow money from the government, which means you get insight on that. Now, after you finish get insight on those, it is still funny when it comes to the marketing deal, you know, get any idea on. Is this something that they were actually trying to like? Wait till it happen. Why you
When
get inform? Yeah. Why
when you
you
say
get?
get when you say get insight of that, they want to go borrow money for government. Or we will see paper for social media. You see,
Oh,
I'm see am.
okay. No, I didn't. I did not see that.
Good. You
Yeah, I
see,
saw
yes,
it.
voila, paper be there for social media. But shockingly, we inside executives, president never tell we say they go borrow money from government or take permission from we. Say they go borrow money from government for say go World Cup. You go sit down like executive, board member. You read from social media say you don't go borrow money from government. How embarrassing can it be? Now, say we'll make this thing for World Cup. They make that World Cup budget now. Who? Now who they sit down for make that budget? So to go borrow money. Those are the things. You talk about, you say MTN deal. Yes, I know about MTN deal because they sign contract. All man say they don't sign contract with Federation.
Yeah.
All man say MTN don't sign contract with Federation. They publish them. So I'm not saying MTN deal day. But what are the contents of the deal? What are the contents of the deal? Time will become for this thing. It will be promised transparency. Now, one of the things then that will be push me for this project. The aspect of transparency. The aspect of transparency. This thing not been some personal money property. Now, football stakeholders they get fake foot.
Yeah, my actually one question, right? A lot
Yeah,
of
my true lie on your last question. I did kick you out, Nana. So
okay, bro. Okay,
I know
bro.
I'm a very intelligent man.
okay. By the way, guys, for those who are watching, make sure you follow him on social media. He's doing a lot. Me now they argue sometimes say na grand frère would argue like sometimes say go beat me self, but at the end of the day, when I go back review our argument and all of that, I'm like, man, but this man get a point. In as much as I don't like what he talk, but he don't talk from a place of wisdom. Boss, go ahead with your question.
Yeah, but ask you a question, bro. Okay, a lot of my friends, you know, because we are over social media, WhatsApp, and all that. A lot of people that be very happy. Say Samuel Eto'o be take you under part of his leadership, you know, as fourth vice president of African Food. But it be disheartening for me. Say you are not consulted when some of these decisions are being taken. I mean, how a Togomanis learn if they put those like you will get at least 10 years for football, despite your young age, but listen to you, they talk about you engaging your players with at various level, let's say for national team, and they coming back with injuries and they could not pay those bills and all that. But when you hear somebody like Bob Didi, I'm sorry, I don't know his real name, I just know his AKA, the president of Opopo. When you hear him giving a press conference and talking only about money that he spent, money that he's been spending for Opopo and things like that, don't you think that Fikaput not really having strong, let's say, sponsorship, a lot of money coming from people who are not directly involved in football, let's say like sponsors like MTN, don't you think that managers or team presidents like Bob Didi that are pouring money will influence the way Eto'o runs Fecafoot?
I want to tell you something. The clock is ticking on all these people. People are thinking that the match fixing allegations, the current scandal, people are thinking it's a joke. Everybody's thinking it's another thing which we're just going to throw under the carpet and move on. This is going to be the revolution we've wanted for Cameroon football. It's already underway. They can say what they want. They can do what they want. Billions will not solve this problem. There is a revolution going on in Cameroon football at the moment. And when it officially kickstarts, all these people will be nowhere to be found.
But let me ask you a follow-up question. But don't you still think that Eto'o, despite this, Eto'o is the right man? Maybe he needs to change his environment. and bring up more critical thinking people. Don't you think that Eto'o is really the right person to put Cameroon, take Cameroon to another level?
He has the image. He has the personality. But he lacks the tools. And most importantly, what worries me is that it seems as if he lacks the will. It seems as if he has a completely different agenda. Because I will not understand how you would bring cases of corruption, telling somebody that, big brother, if you don't do something about this thing, it is your reputation as a legend which will go down, which will suffer. You've taken years to build this reputation. It can take just 1 second to kill it. And that's where we are today. That is exactly where we are today. If I could give him these warning signals 4 months ago, and he ignored it with all the proof I presented in front of him, it means clearly that he has different objectives apart from saving Cameroon football. So on that note, I don't think he's the right person.
Thank you very much, Toridey. Thank you for giving me the time, man.
Thank you.
Chula, before you go, I beg, leave my ask President one more question. Me here answer, and then I will kick you out. I want to kick you out. Commit, I want to get that power. What if you fire people anyhow I like them? President, I want you to tell me 3 things. Where you think Eto'o don't do and right for Cameroon football since he become president?
Number one, he solved that problem with 2009 General Assembly. That one really shows he be papa for house. That thing that would want time.
If you explain us
That's so we want make it continue. Place where do normalization committee they come, they fail. He come, he succeeds. Now so it be get for continue. Papa for house, na man where they bring all man together.
You will explain a little bit the problem. So maybe the people that they watch me, they understand.
That you know, when I know say, well, for me, one of the best presidents they will be getting for Feka food, na Paya Mohammed, in my opinion. So
same opinion.
I know say Pa get a small matter where he make they be lucky for 2013. That 2013 where they be lucky, if the one go prison, so where elections they will he win elections inside prison.
Yeah.
Now, when did the text talk? He first vice where be then Pa John Binde from Northwest. Be careful, take over. The text be clear. The text be 100% clear. But because na person when na grandma be the comot him up, they no agree making she don't for chair. Now for the way Chakara start. So the FIFA can put now normalization committee. Instead of normalization committee where they can put them, it shows say the last valid general assembly where the day when they begin for come vote new law for Feka foot.
Yeah.
Now the general assembly for 2009, when they be elected for 2009.
Yeah.
But all the normalization committee they come after, they ignore that 2009 general assembly. So legitimately, power for Feka foot be remain now with that people there for 2009. Now why that way? Since we probably go prison, elections thing never hold. They bring the normalization committee, the whole elections, person win, he make 1 year, 2 years, they cancel them. Another normalization committee come, person win, he make 2 years, 3 years, they cancel them. Because the procedure do not be there respected. Now the 2009 General Assembly, because she don't vote law them before elections now take place. So Even the one election will win am. That mistake be still be. They go make na wasa. They can't pick people. They may go vote the Lord. They still ignore. They still ignore the 2009 executive. So that way, part it to come. He used big papa sense. He called that part for 2009. I be even participated for one of that meeting. One of that meeting that part of 2009. It take place now inside my office for Manawabe for football school. Who I be the host executive committee meeting, and on the eve of that meeting, I be called some part for 2009. Say make the come, me will chop small soya for that evening time. As I be welcome my executive committee colleagues from Fekafoot. Inside my office for Manawabe, she don't like them 10. Where the time will negotiate how we come over that problem. Last, majority of the members they go 2009. The last sign book for said they withdraw the case, make power it to go before. Now the thing that way will be one time. Now so we begin to continue. How come now the whole house did Chakara? Elite president them, Chakara. Regional president them. They remove the one, they remove elected person, put the one. Executive committee member them, Chakara. Chakara the all sides. And a deliberate Chakara.
President, two other things we don't do.
So apart from that 2009, another thing where I feel talk and where you get the influence of it. Now this programmation for matches, I don't talk. It be more professional. Yeah. It be more professional. Now the make and way people they become fee. Now the make and way people they become fee. And another thing where I feel talk where it don't pass can I say at the level of at least some small order.
That network don't work against small. True Lion, how do you enjoy the conversation?
No, I mean it's very and a lot of things the way they talk, right? Now things the way if you don't follow football for past 3 decades. Before you want talking about that 2009 committee, all that story them I know. So when he talk, right, and he listen to where he talk, and everything where he talk that he want to know, right? So it gives him a lot of credibility, right? So when I see people like this, where they try to push them aside from Fekafoot, because hey, now my petit, but being in in football for 10 years and everything, and having a father that left it to you, when people they can't talk, say it be so now because of your papa. Guess what? Now people will they don't get him for talk because they need to talk about the crux of the matter, what really matters, right? They just want to paint an image generally, like say person not supposed to inherit TV papa so. You understand?
Well,
but he not only inherit them, he inherit add value for them. You know. So all that one are just small talk. I need to listen to. We not really matter. So
and that is one thing I keep telling people. People feel like, oh, Sako, you take side because you worked with them and blah 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 blah. You get this thing with it. I tell and say, no, that's not me. Anyone will know me. No, I'm a straightforward person. And even one thing that I like, even about Yi, when I be play for Akara, me and him used to really be close. But trust me, no one they know they work. I tell you, man, they not put me for list today, and they say, hey, they go fight me, they put you for list. No. It's about you go and do what you get for do. Make coach or whoever will get for select your players and select your players. Prezi, I want to ask you the question. You don't talk about I don't know if you talked about the third thing, but let's give you a chance because the network will worry. Tell me the third thing where if you say to don't do where it makes more sense.
You know, I be talk about the 2009 executive. I talk about the programmation for matches.
Yes.
And I talk about the issue of the organization for national team. Other money, palaver them and the rest. At least we don't make sure say for now we never hear other chorus the way we used to hear that before. Even though things the way they happen for back, but it never come for front. So now three things away. It shows say he get astute managerial or leadership qualities. If he put certain things in myself, and if he focus in mind for say to 1 change ball for Cameroon.
Okay. One other question I want to ask you now. More consider say you want stay for back and see things and but see things they see happen because I know say now the mentality that we get for you it's not about you being part of the people we go make it happen. For you, it's just about make they do the right thing. It will benefit we all as a community. If you get one advice for you to do at this moment, where you know say it will change you from the person we day, forget you to that place where it could do things that will work for all we for good. Wait till you tell it to president.
For say making the worker fine.
Making the worker very well and not just 1 year or 2 years before eternity.
Bro, a very hard question that because I don't want to say from which you are to observe.
Yes.
He did like say that man he had no dinner for two for this ball as we check. So for me, we wait till I don't see him. Wait till I don't see him. For me, if I even propose something and I will give myself more headache because I don't waste time for the proposal. If go read that man 19-page letter what I send them for you, which I no propose
Okay.
for them.
I feel help you with the answer.
Which I no propose for them.
I feel help you with the answer.
Go ahead, Papa.
You remember say Eto talk say je suis arrivé à l'Afrique par chance. Where it means say you know we don't prepare. And if you never prepare for a project, you just go there and you do like I'm learning on the job. Guess what? It means you don't really know how to move forward. Secondly, which business don't work out without infrastructure? Because when I talk about football, right, people they feel say maybe any of talk or any of blast. But for semi football worker, right, you got to have a good network of roads. You got to have pitches. I need to talk about stadium. When they carry money, go build 4 stadium, right, for Cameroon, only for national sport purpose. I be criticize that movement just because the most important thing that we picking the need nowadays, like picking up on NJalla, all man needs for play for grass pitch all around. So if they invest money, if all money look into one direction, it will help. But now, if you leave the responsibility only for Samuel Eto'o for make magic, it no go work out because one person alone no fit fix football for Cameroon. It will take a whole institution where it means say if Eto'o really want fix football now, so it go say NJalla, you for Southwest, I give you so much power. Una do this. You for no problem. I give una so much power. Una do this. So you will get a team, everybody hands on, where they work together, report to you, and that's so football will actually grow for Cameroon. With government also giving tax cuts to companies and where the one can invest for Cameroon. If never so, it will take more than 20 years for even develop football for Cameroon.
Okay, True Lion, I get a response to that your answer. I think say Fika Food get regional presidents and all of that. I don't think say eager for the tongue and NJalla. You manage that part, you Dima manage that part. I think it should be more about the regional presidents or the regional let me say regional. When I talk about regional president, I mean the regional body. Now I want to ask the question for Prezi. I want to ask the question for Prezi because that is one thing when me and you be feeling talk that day, you will bring her up. Where I be feel like you know what? Okay, I really need to ask you about this. I know saying that on two pay you should do go ahead and share equipment, go ahead and support financially, even a club the way they play against he. You understand? Because he had the resources, he had the love for our community, he had all these things. And like you try to tell me, I think that one of the reasons that thing that way they use them for one bury you. According to them, you do this, you do that, you do that, you're not supposed to do it. Now, my thing is, you as a food vice president of Fika Food, where you then for Southwest, right? Do you think you are above the Fika Food Authority for Southwest? Or food vice president, your place na Yaoundé, whatever is happening for Southwest, now the president of Fika Food for Southwest go for make decisions on. I just need clarity on this.
No, it be the text will be clear. In terms of the football hierarchy, I'll be above not only the president of Southwest, but every other regional league. It be clear. But then, that notwithstanding, For my time where I became vice president.
President, repeat that part here. Network will break, so we'll not get that first part we talk about.
Yes, I say it be clear, the text be clear. Are they above not only the regional president for Southwest, but every other regional president? It be clear.
Wow.
But it does not give me the right. First of all, my values don't permit me to interfere into their duties. And I have never, and I will challenge the president of the Southwest Regional League to state clearly where I intervened in his duties. It has never happened. For 2 years, he has been given a budget of 36 million francs to run his league. I have not asked him to justify 1 franc to me. I've not asked him to justify 1 franc to me. Neither have I asked him ever to give me 500 francs for fuel, or gone to his office, in Boya to sign money for fuel or whatever. Never. Never. Now, this issue that they brought up about almost all the clubs in South Africa, small, almost all clubs and media houses where they report football for South Africa, they don't collect from me. Almost all, maybe just a handful of clubs left as I be the give them progressively. That issue for referee, where they say I corrupt referee, I never ever see that kind of thing in my life. And at the end of the day, all these people, when they don't be exposed, I know no place where they'll go hide, whether they'll go find a cave or a waiting. When I see a young man like the regional president of South Africa Foot, people the way other young Cameroonians they go look up to, so they aspire for be like them, for whole position of responsibility. Go lie. Don't say be there aware of any meeting when we get our referee them. Blatant lies. I say present on pictures of the ceremony. The ceremony be there live safe on Facebook. You be there live on Facebook. Official on a message exchanges. But because they don't receive orders from above, say Kia brother, they don't woke up talk any rubbish. So all these people, they don't be caught in their web of lies. And as I talked before, not just a matter of time. They are living on borrowed time. It's just the highway person where they diagnose you with cancer. They tell you say you get 6 months. That 6 months, this also can be 4 months. This also can be 8 months. They all now say you will die. Now the situation that way we get them inside African food today. And with this my guys in particular.
President,
I don't know. I don't answer your question.
I think so. I want to ask you another question. This whole fight, is it about I must see Etofis go down, or is it about a change for the system? The reason why I asked the question because my question was about I asked you a question about what you really propose. You say you don't do a 19-page letter. I need to go through that. Any other Cameroonian need to go through that. So me, yeah.
What you had to do with Etofis? On the contrary, no be all man they look me like Christmas. Say I be who for fight Etofis. All man they look me like Christmas. All man they look me like Christmas. All man they insult me say I decide now my death or I go fight Etofis. My problem is that of justice. You see, I did in my early 30s, very early 30s. I don't spend more than half of my life for football. You remember very well, if any man feel understand what I just talk, I'm not saying you.
Yeah.
I don't spend, so there is that attachment. And when I see people tampering with that attachment, I don't like person now way I stand so I see the assassinate the picking them for a front. Person with assassin the entire house, they shoot the picking them for a front. They go. That's how wounded I am. These people, they touch my honor. They touch my pride.
Wow.
This football, this very football way, I remember in the year they come for my papa house, they can't cut light because I no pay bill because of football. Now, way people they come today, they want mess up. So it's not an issue of Eto. It's not an issue of the mafia, his mafia colleagues or whatever. It's an issue of justice. It is so unfair. We get plenty club presidents today. We get for the invest of football, particularly for Southwest Region. I know them.
Yeah.
Today it is unfortunate that they are clapping their hands because they are under pressure. They are being manipulated. They give them one packet cigar for smoke. Give them their 2 bottles beer, they may they go drink, go sleep. But these are people that struggle.
You just
These
come
are
over
people that struggle.
you
Some
just
of
come
them,
over call packet cigar and small me bro. Now the same motive they want use and for you say the thing they will give you freedom. Now will manipulate their mind. At the end of the day, me I know you, I know your papa, I know what your parents do, and I know very well say whatever your papa will do, it will carry you along for train you. Rapping are more of a community person, I'm
they
more
can
of I want to
say,
see my people.
they can
Yeah,
say, they fit talk anything when they want talk. You know, those are their methods. I don't talk with facts. Since I talk, I never attack anybody.
very true.
Since I talk, I never attack anybody as a person. I talk with facts. The role which each and every one of them played in this corruption scandal, the role which they are playing in Cameroon football, and the overall impact or consequences. But as I talk to you now, so Ernest Obama for TV, they coach me. Now, so as we talk for you. Now, there are methods than that. And textbook methods for mafia, intimidation, threats, blackmail, insults. Those are their methods. Let them come and stop football. What I wish right now, I wish to be on a platform like this with those people. Nobody say, when I call press conference, they call their own press conference 4 days after for announce money wave for the giver. Who if you go internet, go find out. Then another man go shake again. Another man go shake again for a trust. Call the whole press conference for the read speech. Say he give me 2 million. That I win election. He borrow me 3 million. The one talk say, tell NJalla be there alive. NJalla be authorized, say, make you use the money, make NKS a crime for first division. It's rubbish.
Prezi, I want to ask you something. One thing I know about every conflict, every argument, every fight, now say, why would you fight? You're always there for the think about the common ground where you and your opponent actually decide. So you know what? One fix it now. If this and this and this they be met, these conditions they be met, I will jump back on board and will continue build. For you, what is that place? What is that thing? Wait to be that common. Wait to be that place where you
that
feel
people
say
them, that people them the most. I don't fit talk anything about football with them. They must leave football. On a personal note, if we get any problem, we fit solve our personal differences. But I don't fit talk football with people the way they talk say football and mafia before ball and play. They don't really know results.
not even if they want change.
Change how? So you check say if it change. So you check say if the different person take power today, where he talks to that thing they know they again, check say that very people will still be inside football.
Wow.
That people they know what they do. One of them, you get football authority them. When are the biggest jumbo people them. investigate their accounts for betting platforms. You get
This is
president of a
something.
league. You get president of a league when a serial gambler. How? He take 20 people, match the play, take 20 people them. They replace bets on games. And they come talk them in public. You get president of clubs them. Where they give a player the money, make the bet. Then when they win match, they come give a percentage.
Can you put a name to this?
No. Why?
No,
Why
but
you
Prezi, if you never put a name, to this, then whenever
So
use those as facts.
as I don't ever talk when I want to hear everything now, my mom.
No. Maybe palava over talk Prezi. But then if you did good enough, if you did bold enough to say, hey, these people are doing this, these people are doing this, it means you know them.
No,
Now they
listen.
say the physically call you up for stand say you don't see the thing
I
and then
have
you
laid.
testify.
I have laid. It is not been for Toridey where we will solve the matter.
Okay.
We talk all the like, but additional for Toridey today. Are they in exchange with FIFA, for example?
Yeah.
I don't lay a complaint for FIFA and they don't respond
Okay.
and they don't give me an initial response.
Okay.
And all these elements, I don't put them before different quarters. And I tell you confidently, say it is just a matter of time. Justice will come. People are innocent until they are proven guilty. So I'm not gonna come for you can call people their names. But when the time will reach, we go ask them for talk again, for make statements and so on and so forth. They don't talk that time.
Okay, Prezi, another thing I want us to talk about, probably the last thing, because we have 1 hour 47 minutes already. If mark the place where you did now, we'll do the part 2 for the part 3 for the live. Now we do get for B, because the network for here really be favorable. The last thing I want to talk about is the football school and your decision to close down everything. Personally, I hate the decision, and now for the way me and you go get problem if you really stand on that decision, because I know what I benefited from the whole project, the whole NJalla Quan NKOSA. I know my plenty brothers the way now NKOSA be take them go Europe, they disappear and whatever. Like I know the life way, the whole structure where people put that in place. The hope will be give plenty of we. Now for you for wake up on that decision, say, hey, this is what I want to do, this is what I want to do, so what I want to do. It actually hurt some person like me. I want to ask you again, you don't really think about that decision and you feel like that should be final. You don't want to, you want to end the whole thing and maybe make that place become, I don't know, how they call it in America, amusement park or something. You don't really think about that decision and you feel like that is where you stand, or you want to tell if you say, hey, una get hope, we'll reverse things, we'll restructure, we'll get where we'll push this thing them around, but we'll continue with repay a legacy.
If you hear tomorrow say I get stroke, I don't touch sick bed, my sister can't look on me. Or now you can't look on me. Because the way the matter they go with these people there. If I force myself, I choose skin say I want to play the ball. Unfortunately, it's something like that will end up happening to me.
Oh.
Because it is clear that the system has been programmed to work against my favor. So far as this self-proclaimed mafia cabal is still very, very much in force, there is no participation of NJalla Quan Sports Academy in any Africa foot organized competition. Even for Lokwa, they will train within them inside. Na lie, because if one benefit anything, we must make licenses. I don't hear the talk say even licenses and will make up for me. Now me, I be the principal person for NJalla Quan Sports Academy. If you suspend me for 10 years, you want to say me who can do it.
Okay, Prezi, Mark come in with this, right? probably one of the last things that we will address on today, and then we'll move on. Now, so many people, especially people from the Southwest division, not division now, right? Yeah, division. Where I
Southwest
come
region.
from, Southwest, no, not region. Oh no, it's just South. I'm no one
South
talking about
Pole.
Mehmet division.
Okay.
So my brother, they was still there. They laugh me, so I don't forget all these things. A Mehmet division, Manu division, Mandian division, and all of that. So many people don't come out for can't talk to you. You complain about cheating. Where this is so disrespectful. But I want to be the mouth of the people. I want to just be that person where if he actually just convey their ideas or their opinions, and because I want me you address them. They say when Pabi they do some of these things. Me I play Upa. I was never part of this whole thing. They say when Pabi know about this thing. The Pabi know say okay, no, you go for fix this, you fix that. Made the man climb, made the man go here, made the man go there, made the man go there. Why it don't reach China when a different people they in place of power for do them, and then you be vexed, and then you make a very radical decision. Wait till you want tell these people they feel say address anyhow way they me. I just want an answer to them. And also you thought say, oh, Sakodi one Kongusa as we call the other one that time. But me, I did tell you say, I don't want me consider like Kongusa because some of the people them they only can write me in the inbox and this and that. Say Sako ask the question, Sako ask that question. I don't get no choice. No matter I don't put myself for that place where I be community mouthpiece. And I have so much respect for you and your family. Now the reason, especially the fact that you even accept it, so Sako will come for your platform. We'll talk about these things. So the only thing I will do now, will put the question there for your front. When you address and the best you can. Wait till you get for tell these people the way they talk, say, rape used to do auditing them. Back in the days, if they help people, you know, see people they make radical decision. Why it don't reach your time, you make the kind of radical decision instead of be patient and look for another way for maybe circumvent the whole situation.
Okay. First time you say be the help people. First of all, no human being, no day way in the hurt another human being. No, be clear on that one.
Yeah.
In the course of executing your own duties,
Yeah.
you must hurt one or two people. No, be clear on that particular point.
Yeah.
The next point I say, wait. I did for you today, I take over this from Marepe.
Yeah.
If Marepe be there, a corrupt person or person where we do mago inside football, I don't forget this anti-corruption stand I get them today. I don't forget them. That way I did grow inside football. Two things the day with Marepe entertain me. One, medicine man. If you bear me witness.
Very true. Very true.
Una be for Akada, you know, ever see no one day so man come say they can rob something for on foot.
Yep.
Two, na buying of referee. Repe no be even 1 year about that one. And the values in that way I grow up with an inside football. If he be the do I for grow up now with the other values. Now, the other question, they say Repe be with all the money Repe be spent for. Carry money, give Chico United, carry money, give Botafogo, carry money, give the one, and so on and so forth.
PWG, every other team.
Good. How many years it take NJalla for say make his own team qualify? Make people not begin to talk because they want talk.
And he had all the power, all the connection.
It take we how many years? If Pabi one qualify from the first year, wait to be passive for go for Africa football, I talk okay, this year na my year. Now 5 million this when I put up on a pocket. More begin to go up front. You meet your opponent, you give them money, you pass, you go. How many years it take you? By the time you want to come out NQSA, will not be those to qualify.
Very true.
Founded in 2000, Elite One, 2011, 2012. 12 good years. 12 good years. Other teams they just qualify so. Mount Cameroon in particular, they had a very solid team and a very solid project. Mount Cameroon go from 3rd, 2nd, 1st division. NQS take 11, 12 years for reach a promised land. And then they will talk say, perhaps begin the buy. No. more face reality.
You've made
More
your
face
case.
reality.
No,
You made your case.
even me, true life, even me, sister, I like the way, and trust me, I asked the question because I know say, bro, this guy is a smart man, and beside him being a smart man, it's just the reality. True life, ask you one last question, and then we'll round
Yeah,
up the session.
yeah. I thank you for coming out and talking certain things. But when you first came out with your issue with Samuel Eto'o, right? Everything spiraled so fast, and I thought you were acting. Some of the things it was like, for me, it came out as ego, especially the decisions you made. You made so many decisions in a short period of time, which I think it was ego. Your egos were hurt and all that, and you wanted to prove yourself so fast. As an advice, right? As a big brother, sometimes it's good to just chill, relax, talk to different people before you take certain decisions. I'm not saying that your decision of moving out of football is wrong, because the way you just explained yourself, it makes it clear to me, because I know how vicious people can be in football across the board, not only in Cameroon, across the board. Cameroon is another level. It's another level. It's another level. So, but where are you taking your craft to? Because you have so many kids that look up to you. So, I mean, what's going to happen to your NJalla Quan foundation? Because we've been dealing with kids. I know you have had like extended families now. Some of these kids look at you like, like a father figure. So, I mean, how are you going to deal with that moving away? Because I know now it's part of you.
As you can see, if you look well into my eyes, you will see that I'm not sleeping. One eye I'm keeping open to continue the fight against the self-proclaimed mafia cabal. The other eye, I'm keeping it open because the parents and children under my care are not allowing me sleep. Phone calls, messages, and I am constantly looking for solutions for them. Talk less of those I wanted to integrate the academy. Even after our announcement, we have had more than 50 requests for new students for a capacity of just 120 every year. As of today, we have 50 requests. School resumes in about 6 to 8 weeks time.
Wow.
About 7 weeks time. Plus the old students. We just had 100% in baccalaureate, the French exams. We had 2 candidates who went in for the baccalaureate. Both of them passed. Their parents asked me now, what next?
Wow.
And I had to drop a tear. But it is tough decisions that make tough people. These kids they're already like my kids. Where there is a will, there is a way. There will be solutions for everybody. It's true that it may not satisfy everyone. The community is still going to lose, because when I look at Southwest, with all respect to what all other football promoters are doing, NJalla Quan Sports Academy is irreplaceable.
Very true.
NJalla Quan Sports Academy is irreplaceable.
Thank you for that. Okay, Sako.
No, yeah.
Make I go. Thank you very much, bro.
No, thank you very much, man. Continue to do your thing. I hope say Prezi you'll give me the go ahead for Hukuna up. Maybe exchange our phone numbers. Because Prezi, trust me, this guy is doing wonderfully well.
100%.
And for me, it's not just
100%.
And his passion is what I try every day for even be passionate. Like me, once the career be famous, I'll just be like, no one catch anything football. but he's doing good. I hope so you give me the go ahead for exchange on our numbers. That one I will continue to talk. Maybe if he be of help, or maybe even you, if he kind of like listen to your own project, the way get them about sports, especially for our community, and then you guide it on the way forward. I know say you are younger than we all, but you know still change the fact say you lived. By the way, how I don't want to say legend because legend are two any
No, he
kind of
has
man user
experience.
now.
He has
Yeah,
experience. He has
I don't want even
experience.
talk about experience. The person way he bring it forth, now person way he get a lot of wisdom. So and now you be the opportunity for be around pa all the time. We mean say pa don't put a lot in you. So it only be right say when you want talk, we get for listen and you fit get one or two things for tell me or for tell my brother he get a lot of love and passion in building our community, especially when it comes to football. Um boss, thank you. Prezi.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you very much. We're already there for 2 hours already. I don't
Thank
think
you,
so. I
thank
want to
you.
keep you up really late. And if you say Siam, the conversation daily again will get part 3. What do you think? You tell me.
Maybe you better invite me for Texas. Maybe to a car rest for day. Then I fish it
Okay.
over. I fish it over studio too. I spread there. If you get the patri, no problem.
Okay. As you talk, I don't say when you talk about invite you, only mean I say tell me say Prezi come. The rest of the side, either you go take care of or our community go say, you know what? Now our mouthpiece that may go Texas. But thank you very, very much, man.
Thank
For
you,
you for
thank
bring
you.
yourself down, say, hey, I want to talk to my people. I want to share my own side of the story. I want to put out these things because I know whether they like it or not. Now this thing then go change the community to start with will be. By the way, I don't take over this show me one. We na my sister be there for here for beginning. I don't forget about this day. You know, were you sleeping? If they listen seriously, President, thank you very much, man. Go ahead and do what you're doing. Any day, any time to read it is home. If we ever do a third segment or something, that will only be if something really serious and important comes up. But again, thank you for everything you do. But I beg you, my brother. Um, no forget say when probably the bill anything will be the bill for our community was not about fika food. It was not about the import for me the most important reason why it be the way to be doing because everyone see our community get better. Whatever decision you make, always have that at the back of your mind. Say the decision why do I make now? It help my community or go continue for hurt my community. If you get any final words, talk to your people, please.
Well, for at any time, even out of football related wireless, I mean anything, anyhow which I can contribute in any way to society, I'm up for it. And I mean, now on a day for outside, now on a day in contact with real people, even books at any time or anything they and draw my attention, please. I still get role why they play for community, even out of football.
Mhm.
So I really appreciate the show, and I'm looking forward to part 3.
Okay. Thank you very much, guys. When I don't hear the promise,
Thank
so
you.
really look forward to part 3. My co-host
In
be the
Texas,
sleep.
in Texas.
In Texas. Okay, God willing, it will happen, man. Ah, my co-host be the sleep. I hope so you don't wake up. Are you really kidding me? Oh god, this was a beautiful one. Thank you guys very much. Thank you for watching. Go ahead and share. For the people that want to add them for the life who are not be opportunity for Adam. Time no be day, and then lost sense completely. I don't read messages. Now I even see some people there in their message, bro. Let's continue to build our community. When some person open him up say one talk, more would try for listing first before we jump on conclusions about the man, that man, or even like Tofis can very say one talk today for Toridey. We go open the doors for you, we go listen to you. Now because a Tofis opinion will come, the other my opinion will come, they will get the truth about what really happened. And then we'll not go crucify them. We'll go make a decision on which will be the best possible way for we for move ahead. Thank you very, very much. Me, my co-host talks something before the get out. Say something. Talk with microphone.
Thank you guys. Though I wasn't part of this conversation per se, but I was here in spirit. Thank you guys for the support, and thank you guys for supporting what Toridey is doing. Let's keep supporting each other. Lifting each other is the key. Togetherness is light. That's all I have to say, guys. Let's keep pushing. We can do it.
My
We
sister
can.
don't talk if we do and we'll go for doing whether I like or not. Now me and you or what time, and this is just the time for us to do what we can do to build our community. Thank you again and again. Wanna continue to share the video, wanna continue for like to read it as many comments as possible. What we are doing here is not trying to attack any person. We are not trying to know. We are just trying to have conversations that can help us grow. If any man do for comment section or for the life we know a toe, if you bring a toe for year, we'll be very, very happy. Forget a toe is on the show, or forget someone where if you really talk on behalf of a toe on the segment. Now the small toe that I'm getting for today. I'm upload now music one last time. And I think this was a beautiful one.
I bet it's